Today, I'm doing something that was a bit spooky because I've never done it before. Well, Halloween has come and gone so many times, but I never really got into making Halloween themed desserts. And here it is. It's my first time doing it. It was kind of fun. It is loosely based off my protein Rice Krispie squares, and I'm so excited to share these beautiful creations for you. This really is a fun time to just get everybody involved and just make it like a family thing and just let the creations get crazy. And you can also get your pets involved. Like for my dog here, that hat from earlier is for dogs, yeah, but it also doubles up as a squeaky toy. And after we were done filming, well, it went right on him just to keep the Halloween spirit going. So it all starts with some butter in a non-stick pan to prevent the marshmallows from really causing a big hassle as it starts to melt. So we're mixing it, stirring it until it looks molten, kind of like this. And this is a good point to add some pumpkin puree for that fall spirit in here. When you've incorporated some of that in, also add in some homemade pumpkin spice blend. I recommend doing it homemade. It's much tastier, although you can get it from the store as well. Check out my recipe down below. Now, once you've mixed all that up and it's looking nice and gooey like this, start thinking about organizing your workstation. So you can just set the pan off the heat while you think about how you're gonna make everything come together. Now, I'm making a number of different types of these Rice Krispies that you saw in the first couple of clips of the video. There's going to be a pumpkin shaped one, and then some ones that I'm going to be cutting out with the mold. I'm going to separate out at least the ones that I'm going to be coloring in different bowls, but just if you have ideas about a different color for each set, then that's why everything is separate right now. Now, you want to be quick as you start pouring equally the marshmallow mixture into each of these bowls, and then adding in your Rice Krispie cereal in each of these bowls. And you want to make sure that you mix everything relatively quickly so that the marshmallows don't cool down. That's going to make mixing it much harder. So this one bowl here, I'll put some dark blue color, and for the pumpkins, I'm going to put in some orange color. And then just start mixing it all up until everything is well combined and you get the right color. Now do the same with the portions that you're not coloring until everything has really just come together. And this is where multiple hands from your friends, your family, your kids will help just make this a fun experience. Now you want to be careful as you're mixing to not mash and crush the cereal, because that will end up in a soggier texture of the final crispy squares because you're going to lose that air in each of those puffed rice cereals. And once you have that, then I have a baking sheet here with parchment, a bit of oil just to make sure nothing sticks. And then the easiest ones really are the pumpkin ones, which you're just going to ball up, kind of like making veg or non-veg meatballs. Just ball it up, portion all of these out. You can forget about these for now and let's look at the other two mixes. One that is plain and the other one that's dark blue, blackish color. Now the idea first is to place it on the baking sheet and just really pack it tight and have some like even sides and thickness. You can decide that how thick or thin you want it to be at this point. Because as this cools down, the marshmallows will hold the Rice Krispies together. You can also freeze this before you do the topping. If you're thinking about dipping it in, let's say, peanut butter or molten chocolate, it's going to be much easier to do that when it's frozen than when it's relatively around room temperature right now. Let this cool down for at least 30 minutes. And there really is so many different ways you can shape and create different types of Rice Krispie squares. So just go crazy. I have a number of ideas listed down below on my website, so check that out. But if you want to just follow what I did, just some molds for a witch's hat, cut that in. Same for a ghost. And again, Get your family involved. Have fun with it. There's no wrong way to enjoy a fun festival like Halloween. And just like that, we have a number of these portions. We've got a bunch of coffins, some hats, some ghosts, some bats. And just be very careful as you push it down to get it off from the mold. Now, in case you have a hodgepodge like this from all the cutting you've been doing and the portioning you've been doing, then just take your shape, your mold, your cutter, whatever, and then just pack in the Rice Krispies in there. Make sure it's tightly packed before you just gently push down as you lift those molds. And look at that. We did that so quickly. It was fun, and just having the freedom, the creativity to do what you want made this amazingly fun. Now comes the time to decorate. And that's where some of you may be like, I'm gonna mess it up now, because now you need a steady hand, you need to be focused, and you need to think of the designs. I just kind of YOLO'd it a bit, and it was fun, and I'm happy with how this turned out. So that's what you should do too. This is not about winning a contest, unless that's what you're doing in your family. Keeping it simple with the pumpkin, just some green frosting on the top, and then some chocolate chips to top it off. Got a bit more creative with the coffins, with some RIP action going on, trying on some funky designs, and then having some fun with the hats. We're trying to make each hat a bit unique, a bit special. And the more that me and my wife did this, the more fun it was. We did come to a point where we just wanted to eat, but patience is key here. Now, something that I wanted to do with the ghost ones is to put almost like a white chocolate glaze on top. So for that, I took some white chocolates with a bit of cream cheese chips as well, and some milk, and then microwaved it until it looked nice and creamy like this. And I glazed it right on the top of these ghost portions. And then finish it off with some eyes, some faces, some outline, and just look at what we have made here. I personally love the sleep coffin, and the pumpkins just look so good. They're popping out. Love that color. Love the blue. Love the happy ghosts. And you're going to be a happy camper if you get this recipe going. So go have fun. And if you want something more savory, then you should check out my Halloween themed pizza that really was amazing last year. I'll see you all on the next one. Happy Halloween.